Welcome back, everyone, to Light Novel Fiends Podcast. This is episode 49.
How you just said it was 48?
Damn it! Yo, you threw me off because I was thinking about it.
I asked guys, right before I asked him, I was like, is this 49 or 48? He's like, no, it's 48.
Then he threw me off. 48, episode 48. Niggas kid, man.
Adam,
Oh, my. I can't believe you threw me off with that.
I was just wondering, bro.
Because
I never know the numbers before we start.
Oh, really? Okay.
You know, I always ask you almost every time before we start. I'm like 48, 47. Yeah. 48. This is episode 48, guys.
Yes, 48.
We did 100 chapters of Beyond the Timescape last week. We did 50 this week. Mm-hmm. And we're doing 50 next week! Yes, sir! Because this is too good. Alright, yes. It's too good. And all our other novels are like not cut up. We have Absolute Resonance at like 50 chapters-ish. But we're going to let that catch up a little more.
Let it ride.
Let it ride. And Beyond the Timescape's too good to get off right now.
Yeah, it's packing heat.
Especially after our, 3 or 4 weeks of trash? Not trash, but it was like mediocrity.
Yeah.
Beyond the Timescape is like, what is it? Like, it's a water in the middle of a desert, bro. It's the oasis in the desert. That's how it feels.
Phoenix rising from the ashes.
Yeah, bro. It's so good. It's so good. This is like, when I read this, I'm like, oh, yeah. This is why I read light novels.
And it's crazy, because the beginning, first 20 chapters, went crazy.
It hit such a crazy turn. It was like, just like we're training, doing like, going through like the motions, exploring a little bit.
Yeah, because they just joined the 8 sect, or they joined the 7 sect coalition, became the 8 sect coalition. Mm-hmm. And obviously Zoo King, he's the rising star of 7 Blood Eyes. And so everyone's kind of looking at him. He has 2 life lamps. We want to take that.
So Master 7th is like, I'm gonna send you on a little mission.
Get the rats out of here.
Yeah, get the rats out there. We're gonna see who's following you. So Zoo King basically goes on. It's a kind of filler mission.
Yeah, it's a C rank mission.
It's a C rank mission. The point is not the mission. It's that Master 7th, aka our patriarch, our sect leader of 7 Blood Eyes, Spirit Trove. We find out in this arc, peak Spirit Trove.
Yeah, right? And his crazy magical arts.
Yeah. Also, just a quick side note. I was hyped when they said he's peak Spirit Trove, because usually I feel like if a character is like a mid, like if he's an old character, or if they are an old character and they're like in the middle of a stage, that means they're probably never hitting the next stage.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what
if they're peak. That means like
that sooner or later they're gonna hit like the next one.
He got it.
At least that's what I think. Yeah. So I was excited when they said he was peak.
So he tells Zoo King, all right, we're gonna send you out on a mission. Mm-hmm. He goes with Ding Jui.
Yeah, which is his Master 7's niece, technically.
Yeah. So she's the granddaughter of Sir Bloodsmelter, the patriarch.
Yeah.
So
they got familial ties.
Yeah, she goes out with him. Mm-hmm. He obviously dresses in disguise, so that way it looks like he's trying to go on a mission secretly. Mm-hmm. They go to one of the human mortal nations. Mm-hmm. Then they found like a guru there that's like set up a mirror, or not a guru. They found a person who used a mirror.
Yeah, a mirror
that like had like guru like effects.
Yep.
And it was basically using it, I guess, to devour the mortals there.
Yeah, I think he was about to hit his like second pallet. We find out the cultivator behind the mirror is like a gold core. Gold core. He had 1 heavenly palace, and he was like, I was about to get my 2nd heavenly palace. And then he gets wrecked by Zoo King, who is at Foundation Establishment, like a boss. And then we get like, there was so many people. I don't know the number, but there was 10s.
Was it 10s?
Well, there was originally 3, right? Remember the 3 guys that followed him?
And then
we got an ambush, guys.
Yeah. So he gets ambushed after he kills the gold core villain.
Yep.
And then, so there's 3.
He's not even getting a name. I don't know if he got a name, but we're not saying it.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. He probably didn't even get a name.
No.
No name, Heavenly Palace.
Yeah. So, there's 3. They attack Zoo King. Mm-hmm. He starts running away. He's trying to like pretend. He screams, "Master, save me!"
Yeah.
And then he runs away, and they don't move.
Yeah, because they're like, "Oh, Master 7," mm-hmm. But it was all a trick because he's trying to like make him think that like
he has no Dow protector.
Yeah. And so he's flying away. He actually makes it pretty convincing because he only has his life-saving like trump card, I guess you can call him, or whatever he has to protect himself. It was 2 entropic.
I think it's entropic talismans.
Yeah, 2 entropic talismans. Basically, just 2 teleportation talismans. Yeah. I'm never saying entropic again. And like a doll is what they gave him, right?
Yeah,
a special
for
doll.
extra lives.
Yeah, for extra lives. So he uses one of his teleportation talismans that costs a ton of money. Mm-hmm. And then they're like, oh, he must not have a doll protector if he's using that. They keep chasing him. Master 7th comes out.
Well, they like melted, right? Because they were clones or something. So like, remember it said like they disappeared and then new people popped up, and then they kept chasing them.
I thought what it was that the clones came, and Master 7th killed the clones.
No. But I'm saying like they had like I don't want to say clones, but like those were like illusion. Like the guys at first were like illusions.
Oh, okay.
And then the clones came.
Okay, yeah. Oh yeah, that's true. So they were like fishing out with like
see what's there.
Yeah, and then they came with their like real clones. Their clones came. Master 7th. This is where we found out he's a boss.
Yeah.
We find out they're Nascent Soul cultivators, like 3 of them, I believe, right?
Yeah.
He kills all 3 of them, and then they're thinking, "Oh, my clone got destroyed."
It's fine.
He's like, "Nah, I get you back down to the source." All right. I don't know how he did it, but he reached through the void. I don't know, some soul attack maybe that.
I think it's more like it was like a karmic.
A karmic attack.
Oh, that's me, because I use things like the karmic threads, and so when I heard thread, I was like, oh, like he can like see through karma or something. Maybe okay. I'm not sure, but that's what my head that's what was going through my head. I was like, oh, maybe he can see karma, and he just grabbed their threads with the clones, because that's the clones of karma, and then he just sends like a soul attack. I guess it could still be a soul attack, and just goes right back, and he's just like.
Yeah, I was thinking more soul attack, but yeah, either way, Master 7th wrecks all 3 of them.
Yeah, he revives their clones, grabs the thread, and kills the true body, and he did it with each one.
Yeah, it was beautiful. And then everybody gets scared off. I think he left 1 survivor though. After that,
there's 2 soaring cloud sect elders who were watching, and he didn't kill them.
Yeah, he's like, witnesses. Yeah. Everybody knows I'm out here.
And then all the rogue cultivators who were going were like, I'm out of here.
We gotta run.
They're like, you know what? Riches are great, but only when you're alive.
Yeah.
Classic.
And then we get a little travel arc with Master 7th, and Zhu King, and how do you say the girl's name?
Ding Zhui.
Ding Zhui. They all went. Well, Ding Zhui actually got kept on the Dharma ship.
Yeah, she got knocked out. And then they brought her back. She's like, "What are you doing here, Uncle?" And he was like, I was just, protecting her back. She's like, did he see me the whole time?
Yeah.
She was like trying to flirt with Zuki.
Oh yeah,
she was pissed.
That is fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
But then Master 7 gives her some souls, because I think she's also cultivating the balefire technique.
Yeah, it was funny because he was like, "Oh, here you go, you can reach the first flame."
Yeah.
And Zuki was like, "Damn."
That's how it is?
Yeah, he was like, girls get love, boys get tough love. I was like, yeah, that's old school for sure.
Yeah, because Zuki looked at Master 7 like, really? Like, you're not going to give me none? He's like, tough love for you.
And then he did the funny thing where Captain was like, you know what? If you, what's it called? If you show, you feel wrong to, Master 7th, he'll, give you something. And And he copied the Captain. He was like, Master, my Dharma skiff got blown up and I used an entropy talisman. And he was like, alright, fine. And gave him something to do. And I was like, yo, that's hilarious.
That's true, because he did, Zuking had refine all his apertures once again. Or they kind of made it seem like he could put more. He opened up the apertures and then he could put souls inside the apertures to make them stronger.
I think that's the 7 Blood Eyes technique.
Yeah.
For foundation establishment.
Yeah.
So he's using the souls to
bolster his Dharma apertures.
Yeah.
Make them twice as powerful.
Yeah.
So he had to do that for all 120, and that the soul pieces that Master 7 gave him. Gave him half. Gave him 60 right there. So that was good, and then we went on a little trip, just traveling around, exploring, because Master 7th was actually creating Zu King's gold core technique.
Yep.
And that's pretty cool that his master would go out of his way for that.
And apparently he created the captains
and
second and third Sibs.
Yeah.
So I was like, this guy's a genius.
Yeah. And we find out third Sib is
he was from Reverend Ancient.
But he's lost right now. Remember?
Well, he's
not lost, but they're like, he's out there. Master 7 doesn't know where he is right now.
Oh, that's because he went around. He was flirting too much.
Yeah, he was flirting too much.
He went around. So there's like 5 different like powers who were asking Master 7. It's like, we need you to marry into our clan because you banged one of our mistresses.
Yeah.
And there he just disappeared. He was like, yeah, that's because he was sowing the seeds a little too much around these parts. He shouldn't have been doing that.
Yep. And then while he was on this expedition of gaining knowledge, Zu King was also just able to like. So the way they were doing it was they were sneaking into sects and reading all of their information.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty badass.
And then they would bow and be like, thanks for your knowledge. So if we ever become enemies, we can kill you with a clean conscience.
That sounds like so BS. Like a bow is enough for like hundreds of years of information. Like, okay.
Yep.
And then we get to the Ghost Emperor, like, prefecture. No.
Yeah.
What was that called?
I don't know if it's prefecture, but we go to a villa that's near the Ghost Emperor Mountain.
Yep.
And basically, the whole point is, Zu King's technique. It's gonna be a really, brutal technique.
Souls.
He's gonna be basically killing his enemies, taking their gold cores, and obviously, it's both. It's not souls, it's gold cores, right?
Yeah, sorry, he takes his gold cores, but the wills is what.
The wills are in there, and obviously they're gonna be like, a lot of resentment.
Remnant will, yeah.
Remnant resentment wills.
Mm-hmm.
And so to fight back against that so he doesn't lose himself, he needs to engrave the Ghost Emperor Mountain into his heart.
Yeah. So certify his will.
Yeah. So it's like whenever they fight back, he can use the Ghost Mountain as like a way to like, I don't know if it's like refining, but it's a way to fight back against it.
I think it was, something like that. Just like, I think it increases his mental fortitude, and like if they like try to attack him, like he can use the Ghost Emperor to like fight back.
Suppress them. Yeah. Actually, it's more like a suppressing mechanic.
Yeah, a suppressing. And he does it at like master speed, and Master 7th tries to be like, oh, how far are you? He's like, and Zu King tries to explain it. He's like, internally, Master 7th is like, this guy's crazy.
Yeah, because because the whole time he told him, just get an outline.
Yeah.
And Zu King's like, I'm trying to get the whole painting down.
Yeah.
And he was like, what are you doing? You don't need the whole painting.
Yeah.
So that was so funny, because he said he spent 60 days gaining enlightenment. And he's like, Master, I can't get enlightenment anymore. And Master was like, it's alright, bro.
I only did it in 3 days.
Yeah. And he's like, as expected of Master. And you're just like, bro, you only got the outline. You're trying to get the whole picture, whole mountain.
It was hilarious, but he did succeed in the outline. He got a very good outline and like a couple of like inner details.
Yeah, you just couldn't see the face, is what he was saying.
Yeah, and so then we came back to the sect.
Oh, you forgot one.
Oh yeah, we met a little boy here.
Yeah, so just like how Zu King got recruited, there was a young boy who caught the eye of Master 7th. He thought he had potential. So he left him a white medallion that said, hey, if you want to come join 7 Blood Eyes, take this medallion, just like Zu King got. And we found out that boy's not even human.
Yep.
He's a Gru who wants to live as a human. And he's been the one that was protecting that village. Because they said the village had a good mix of old and young people, which meant the village is pretty safe. Because usually you're not going to have people that live that long.
Yeah, old people, especially mortals. Old mortals.
So he was just chilling there for God knows how long, erase their memories every time the people died or whatever. And then, now he's like, maybe I should go.
Yeah.
We'll see. And they did that. Apparently there was a few other people along the way that they gave medallions to. Like some possessed prince.
Yeah. They gave a bunch of them. So, like, basically, like, certain people that were, like, strong. Like,
well, they had potential.
They had potential, not strong. I remember there was one that was like some girl who had a special ability that anytime somebody did something bad to her, she could basically like perform voodoo on them. Yeah. And make them lead to like death, like pretty quickly. That was pretty cool. There was a bunch of like cool people they met. Like we didn't meet them. We got like probably like a line for like a couple, and then we just like got told they did a bunch. But it was good. And then we went back to the sect, and this is where I was really wondering how they were gonna go like forward, because Zuking at the moment was like iffy on opening his 121st Dharma aperture because he had 120. He was like, if I finish refining all 120 souls and I still haven't I'll open the 121st, I'll just go with gold core. It's not that serious. Be on my way. And so I was thinking, when is there gonna be like some life and death thing that's gonna push him for 121st? Because they're obviously gonna get it.
Yeah.
And but I don't know. Like, are we gonna go on a mission? Like, are we finally gonna see some more revered mainland here? And then, boom.
Crazy, just out of nowhere.
Literally out of nowhere.
Oh my god. The 8 Sect Coalition is under attack.
Internal attack.
A what?
Internal attack.
Oh, internal. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because they walked straight in. They were like, hello.
So,
yeah. And then I forgot about, what's their names?
Master Sheng Wan.
Yeah.
And his father,
yeah.
Chen something.
I mean...
I don't remember his name.
Yeah, I don't remember his name.
But Master Sheng Wan, who has gotten wrecked twice, if you guys remember.
That's so funny.
And his father, who was supposed to be the next sect leader of the Soaring
Cloud Sect.
Soaring Cloud Sect. So, before this, we hear about Night Dove, who his name is Night Dove, and he is like the leader of all the Night Dove operatives who like make living treasures, if you guys remember that. And we get some he's a random person at the moment, we don't know of him. And he's like the true leader of like... Torchlight, yeah. And so Night Dove is part of Torchlight, and Night Dove is like, we gotta go watch a blood... What was it? A blood something?
A blood performance.
Yeah, blood performance.
Bloody performance?
Or blood soaking. Maybe.
Blood-soaking performance.
Blood-soaking performance.
That's what he actually said.
Yeah. And so Night Dove and this guy, they show up. We find out Night Dove is at Void Returning at the second level.
Yeah. So
I forget what it's called. 10,000 something.
10...
Because the first was like 1,000.
10,000 velocities.
10,000 velocities, yeah.
Yeah, because I was like, it's some like...
Something crazy.
You've never seen another junction.
Yeah.
I was like, you've never said velocity.
Yeah. So 10,000 velocities expert. And then his boss seems to be even stronger than that, but we don't know his level. And they show up and they're like, we're here to watch a blood-sucking performance. And everybody's like, what? And right as that happens, we get huge amounts of mutagen.
Yep, so it starts affecting that spirit water that they got.
From the young arbiter sect, from the source.
So that's like starts ringing the alarms. Yeah, that mutagen's starting to spread. And then... after that is when Master Shengwan and his father, they activate the taboo treasure, right?
Yep.
They activate the taboo treasure, and then Master Seventh and Sir Bloodmaster are like, thank you, we'll take this. Because they activate their taboo treasure, because Shengwan and his father were trying to attack Seven Blood Eyes. So that's the whole most of the attack was supposed to be focused on Seven Blood Eyes.
Yep.
But so far everything was going well. The sect was like, even though there were some casualties, they weren't panicking for the most part. And Master Seventh and Sir Bloodsmelter, their plan was like, oh, they attack us? Well, we're taking their taboo treasure.
Yeah.
That was like, oh, this is it.
Yeah.
We're good. Everything.
Like we planned for this.
Yes. Like
we've been waiting for this opportunity.
We knew they wanted to get their lick back. Yeah. We're going to make them suffer for it. And then, you know what they say? Man proposes, God disposes.
That was good. That was good.
I've seen a lot of so many shows. I finally got to see it.
Yeah, that was good.
Night Dove, he's walking, just chilling. He breathes, he's like, bruh, right on Zuking. Zuking uses all 3 lives. And his violet crown shatters, and then he teleports.
Yep.
Bruh used every single life-saving thing and barely survives.
On a breath, guys.
Yeah, on a breath.
That was it. Death. 4 times, basically.
And then he goes up to Master Sixth, kills him.
Did he just like I imagine it like Harry Potter, like Voldemort. You watched the Harry Potter books or Harry Potter movies? Sit. But
everyone says that to me.
But Voldemort, guys, I don't know if you guys can picture this. Voldemort, Goblet of Fire. There's a big thing that basically the reason Voldemort dies originally in Harry Potter is because Harry's mom puts a spell on him, like an ancient spell, that when Voldemort tries to touch him, like he would instantly get killed, right? Like he basically kills himself. And Voldemort gets like reborn new body, and the first thing he does when he gets a new body is he puts his thumb on on Harry's forehead, and he's like, "I can touch you." That's a big thing. And so like that, I don't know why I imagined like that like Night Dove came up to Master Six and was like, and just instantly ended him because they said like Master Six just like went to nothing.
Yeah, he just got one shot.
Literally like, well, he's a Nast and Soul expert. Let's say he's mid Nast and Soul. Like this guy, Night Dove is like 2 entire stages above it.
Yeah. So yeah, actually that was one of their reasons was obviously to watch the Bloodstoke performance. But the other reason was to kill Master Six because he killed that Torchlight member that was controlling the merfolk.
Yep.
So that was their get back. They had to do that.
You know, if it was just that sad, but realistically, the only person that died was Master Six. Maybe a couple other people due to the Taboo Treasure activation, but nothing crazy. Like, this wouldn't have been that crazy of a turn.
No, it was sad because you're like, damn,
Master Six, yeah,
Master Six died. Everyone, they couldn't do anything because they knew if they let that treasure, if the Taboo Treasure, if they stopped doing what they were doing, like Master Seven, Sir Blood's Master, that treasure would destroy a lot of Seven Blood Eyes, and they wouldn't get it.
Yeah. So like during this, guys, when Soaring Cloud's like Master Shingling's father activated the treasure and activated on Seven Blood Eyes, Blood Smelter, Sir Blood Smelter, and Master Seven needed to combine their powers to like steal the treasure. They were completely focused on that, which is why they could not save Master Six.
Well, they also didn't think that they were going for Master Six because the whole point was to draw their attention away, so that way no one could help him, and he wouldn't have a chance to react either because they wouldn't think they're going after him.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's what they said their plan was, and then they killed them, and then everyone can only watch.
Yeah, and even then we would have been like, all right, that was tough, but it wouldn't have been as crazy as what went down after this.
What happened after?
All the matriarchs, all the patriarchs were like, Night Dove, random guy, you're not leaving here alive.
And the president, they all pulled up.
And the president, that's true.
They were like, cool, you got some balls, buddy.
Yeah, to show up in our Insect Coalition headquarters, thinking you leaving alive.
And then, man, our random guest for now pulls up. He's like,
you guys can't stop me.
No, that's not what he said first. He's like, that was boring.
Oh yeah, that's true. He did say that.
He was like, I've seen better.
I
was like, damn, you see better? This
that Bloodstoking performance, he was like, middling at best, I think is the word.
Yeah. And then they're like, why are you so confident? And he's like, this is my confidence.
Yeah.
Pulls out this box. Opens the box.
Chaos ensues, bro.
The Broken God.
The Broken God. It's basically this box when it opens acts as if the Broken God
was staring at Insect Coalition.
Yeah, so like when if you guys remember first chapter of the book, when the Broken God opens his eyes and looks at somewhere, he creates a forbidden region. Then if he does it twice, forbidden ground. Does it 3 times, a God domain.
Yes.
And so cool last name, by the way. And so it acts as if it's creating a forbidden region when the box opens. And
everyone is getting destroyed. Doesn't matter who they are. Everyone. The mutagen levels are going off the charts.
Yep.
Countless of the younger disciples
getting corrupted,
turning into monsters.
Yep.
Even the president himself, he was like, wow, he couldn't stop the mutagen.
He could only keep it at bay. He couldn't suppress it and still act.
Yeah, they couldn't do anything.
Basically, all of the Insect Coalition, all of the patriarchs, all the matriarchs, the president, all the disciples, everybody, the mortals, brought to their knees by that one box.
Yeah.
They literally, if Night Dove and the man want, let's say
could have taken them down.
Let's say the random man, our guest, couldn't move when activating the box. Night Dove could have destroyed everybody there.
He could have went in and been like...
Because it didn't seem like they were affected when the box activated.
No, yeah, it didn't.
Yeah, at least that's what they made it seem like.
So, yeah, and then they went up and they grabbed
some dessert.
What?
There's some dessert. The random guy, he took a treat. Remember?
Oh yeah, he grabbed a candied apple.
Yeah.
And even though the mutagen was going crazy, he was able to protect it. So he clearly has some level of control.
Yeah.
And then he went and grabbed Master Shangwan and his father and said, "Peace."
Yep.
And they dipped.
That was insane, bro.
It was.
I didn't expect anything like that.
Me
neither. It was just like, that's why I was saying, like, where are they gonna go on a mission? We're gonna explore the land, like what's happening here.
Nah.
Torchlight.
Full sect annihilation.
And we found out about Torchlight. Oh, and the reason that Torchlight showed up was, yes, for the blood-soaking performance, but also Night Dove and the random man said, "A life for a life. You killed our member." I think his name is Bai Li.
Yeah.
The octopus guy that we mentioned in the last 100 chapters. So, and Master Six killed him. So they're like, a life for a life. They took down Master Six. Mm-hmm. Don't mess with our people.
Yeah. And if you thought that was it, think again.
Yeah, for real.
They were like, one last bombshell.
Yeah. So Zoo King, like we said earlier, gets teleported out when, he's fighting for his life. Not even fighting. Escaping for his life from Night Dove. He escapes. The teleportation talisman takes him pretty far out, it seems like. And so he's making his way back to the 8-Sec Coalition. And on the way there... No, I think he's recovering.
No, he's recovering, yeah.
Yeah,
And
so
then,
he's recovering.
And then he sees people... Or then he senses people in the distance. He hides.
Yeah.
And it's...
the random man, Night Dove, Master Shangwan,
his father. They pass by him. They don't do anything. They just pass by. And then the random man throws him a jade thing.
A jade piece with the candied apple.
Yep. And we find out his identity. It is...
I could not believe it.
Zoo King's older brother! That's him!
Explosions in my mind, bro.
But it doesn't stop there! That wasn't it.
He is a reincarnation.
Yes.
So we find out some good news about his other brother and some bad news. The bad news, he's an evil villain. The good news is Zoo King's memories of him are legit because technically the older brother lives his first years like as a normal person, and then he awakens his memories. Yeah. So we don't really get an age, but Zoo King was like 8 when like
he was like when he was 6 or 7. 6
or 7 when he was homeless.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's say 6 or 7, and he's the older brother. Let's give him 3 or 4 years. Let's say he's 10. All right, the older brother's 10. He awakens his memories, and he's like, "Oh, I know my mission," and that's when him and his parents leave.
Yeah, and that's no. What do you mean leave? Oh, in Zoo King's mind.
In Zoo King's mind, yeah.
But what we really find out is he was the one that got the broken god to look down and kill everyone. He made a sacrifice. But we don't know what that entails. Yeah. But we just know he has the power to awaken the broken face of the god. Or unless he used the box.
He might have used the box.
He might have.
Yeah.
But I don't know, because it wouldn't make sense because he's looked at the face of the broken god twice. So he might have made a sacrifice.
He might have. But
maybe that's how they get the box.
Well, how?
They sacrifice an area or something, and it gives them like a chance to harness its power.
That's a pretty good idea. That's a pretty good idea.
That's just a theory.
That's a pretty good idea.
Put it out there.
Nah, but then it feels like that they'd have like way more strength.
No, but it's not just one area. It's just like they have to do it multiple times to gather enough energy.
Oh, to gather enough, like they'd have to do it like 20 times to gather like one box.
Yeah, something like that.
So alright, I can see that. And we also find out Zoo King's parents dead.
Buried on Mount something.
Mount something.
I don't remember the name.
Yeah, me neither.
But they're buried on
Mount Secking? Was that it? Or am I making that up?
You made that up.
Okay.
But yeah, he did this to follow his mission as a follower of the broken god. The living god.
They call him the living god, yep.
Yep. And we found out what his reincarnation identity is.
Yeah.
The Crown Prince of Violet Scion.
Yeah.
That was him. He was the one that caused... Oh yeah, can we find out the real... What really happened to the Crown Prince Kingdom?
Oh, yes. But I forgot. It was... I forget... What happened? Do you remember? Because this is escaping me.
Well, because they said that the rebellion wasn't actually what happened.
Yeah, it wasn't actually what happened.
That's just a lie. What actually happened... I don't know. Now, see, I remember the rebellion part, but I don't remember the actual part of what they said.
But the Prince of Violet and Scion...
It's clearly obvious that he did something similar before.
Yeah, before.
He must have did that shit.
Zhu King's older brother. Parents are dead. Zhu King is basically an orphan.
He's crying.
And he finds out where his older brother is. And the crazy part is he had hope. He had hope that one day he'd find them and
find all three of them.
Find all three of them.
You know what? I honestly had hope.
I had hope too.
I was like, it's gonna happen.
I thought we were gonna have I think we called it the first time 50 chapters we read it. We were like, oh, OP parents somewhere off in the distance.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
I was like, it doesn't make sense, but we'll figure out why. But we're not getting OP parents. Guys.
We're not getting OP parents.
They're dead. Yeah, and we got sibling arc.
We got revenge arc, which will not be
capitalized
on for another 400 chapters. There's no way he's catching this, man. Anytime soon.
The way they described the ending of this chapter, it was so sad.
Oh,
yeah. It was raining. He was staring at. He couldn't breathe. He was trembling, and then at the end of the chapter, he whips out his bamboo thing.
Yep.
Blood-soaked letters. Crown Prince of
Violet
Scion. He's on the list.
That was beautiful.
It was beautiful.
And then he gets back to the sect. He finds out what happens to Master Six, and he instantly puts Night Dove, Master Shenhuan's father, Master Shenhuan, I think was already on there.
Yeah. And
so they're all added to the list. So we got some high level people Zhu King is gonna kill sooner or later. That was sad. Master 7th, depression. That Master 6 was his boy. That was they said they were basically
they were rivals.
Yeah.
Until
it's like some Naruto Sasuke stuff.
It was only after he lost everything.
Yeah, after Master 6, yeah.
Yeah, Master 6 that he fell into,
depravity.
Yeah. Sad stuff.
And then Zhu King is like,
cruel world.
I'm getting my 121st Dharma Aperture. Because to fight somebody on that level, I'm going to need every single last bit of strength. I'm going to need a perfect foundation. I need to get through everything. I cannot be lacking in any way.
He said, leaving it? Hell no, we're getting it.
Yep. Because at this point, he's already refined all 120 Dharma Apertures. If he wanted to, he could become Gold Core. Yeah. He has 2 life lamps. He's ready to go. He's like, nah, I'm risking it all. And we find out that if Master 7 gives him the opportunity to, no, actually that happens later. What happened? Master 7 allows Zhu King to go to the Taboo Treasure. Not to the Taboo Treasure, to the zombies area, which is near where the Taboo Treasure is.
Yeah, so they use the
Yeah, they don't use the Taboo Treasure.
Yeah, they go to the ancestral zombie land.
From the sea zombies.
Yeah, where they use
the sea zombie statues.
Yeah, to make sea zombies. So that was how they did it. And so what Zhu King wanted to do was put himself in a state of life and death because he wanted to use the death energy from the sea zombie statue. So basically, as Master Third oversees it, they do the zombies. He's like, "Give me everything!" And then everyone thought the sea zombies were like, "Damn, they're giving us a new sea zombie king," because that's how much energy they're pouring into him. And then he pulls out the mirror. He freezes it.
Himself out right close to death.
Yeah. And then he finds out that his 121st aperture is actually illusion. Right in the sea of consciousness.
Yep.
Opens that bitch up. 5 flames.
5 flames. And one thing that was interesting that they said is that the sea zombie zombification is usually they kind of just use the statue and they kind of just instantly boom, you're sea zombies. But for their royals, their nobility, what they do is they use the sea zombie power so that you keep your memories of the prior events.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So, and in the Sea Zombie King, which is why they made that Sea Zombie King comment, is that their old king had to use 2 statues when he was getting turned because he needed that much power. Zoo King used 9.
Yeah.
He used 9 statues. They only have 14. That was crazy. That was very crazy. He's basically like at the brink of becoming a zombie, locks his life force, finds it, boom. And then right after that, Gold Core.
Yes.
He does it right there and then. He's like, I'm not waiting.
10 palaces, baby.
That's insane.
That's his potential right
You
there.
want to explain the cultivation?
So basically, there is, you make these illusionary heavenly palaces.
Yep.
In where do they do it in? Is it in your state of consciousness?
Yeah.
In your state of consciousness. So you can have. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, because I'm getting confused about the mist part.
Yeah. So how it works is for each life flame that you can have 2 cores that you can find. So if you have 4, you can find 8, and then after that, what happens is then is where the mist comes in, and so inside the mist is like extra cores that can appear depending on the circumstance. So for example, he has 2 life lamps. He instantly got his 9th and 10th illusionary palaces, and then. Honestly, I did think this was weird because they said for every core you get 2. Because they said the average person gets 6 palaces because they have 3 cores, right?
Yeah.
But for some reason, he has 5 flames, but that still only equates to 6 palaces. Or 8 palaces, and then he had 2 more for his life lamps. So he only has 10, which I thought he'd have like 12. You know?
That is kind of confusing.
I think they just didn't add any. Yeah, I think you just for the 5th life flame, you don't add anything else. You just get 5th life flame. You don't get like another palace.
Well, because there's that. Yeah, because there isn't a 30 in between apertures before you get to the next one.
So when he hits Gold Core, Su King instantly gets 2 heavenly palaces complete, and they
go from illusionary to corporeal. That's
that's how you progress.
That's how you
And so he starts his 3rd core, which is an illusionary palace, and he wants to do something crazy in that one, but that's for another time.
Oh yeah.
And so from here on we get, and they kind of just said you acquire energy, you fill the palace, and they do let us know that when you fill the palace, once it's like at 99%, 90ish%. That you have to insert something into your palace
to act as a gold core.
Which is where it comes from, and that's how you complete your palace.
And that's why the life lamps are important.
Yeah.
So that's like, if you had 4 life lamps, you'd be 4 gold core cultivator.
8.
No, but when you refine some. Because the whole point is, your strength comes from your corporeal palaces.
Yeah.
So that's why I say he'd be 4 corporeal palace gold core cultivator out for it. So he'd be super strong.
If what?
If he had 4 life flames.
Oh,
palaces. Or life lamps.
Yeah, life lamps. Yeah. That's true. So he has 2 off the bat, and he's filling his 3rd. And he has his Imperial technique. And after this, we get a little revenge arc.
Oh, yeah. And it happened fast.
It was very quick.
There, Master 7's like, Zoo King, we got information on Torchlight. We found 5 spots. One of them is nearby, Young Arbiter Sect. You coming? Zoo King's like, fuck yeah, we're killing them bitches.
We find Master Shang Huan there, and we found a bunch of
Torchlight agents. And there are 2 conclaves.
Yeah, there was 2 spiritual elders they had.
Yeah, so 2 conclave agents. These are really high level members.
Yeah, 2 spiritual members. That's kind of crazy.
Yep. So apparently they found out there was 4 spots that had agents. They each attacked. So with them they had the help of the Swordsages court.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So they attacked this area. They forced him out. Zoo King sees Master Shangwan, beats the living hell out of him. Bro.
Wrecks him.
3 times a charm.
Yeah.
Bruh, he was They were fighting the whole time. Master Shang was running.
Master Shenhua was just getting wrecked.
He was getting wrecked. And we just hear his inner monologue of envy.
I thought he was saying that aloud until they explained it at the end.
Yeah, so he was so much hatred, so much...
Everything that's yours should have been mine!
Yeah, because, he was on top of the world.
But he had a life lamp. He should have had 2 life lamps.
Yeah, but...
They're your class technique.
But in the shadows, he was being controlled. That's why his father helped actually betray the sect. We forgot to say it. We forgot to mention that. Yes. The reason his father betrayed the sect was because of his father. His father. So
Master Shenhua's grandfather.
Yeah, so the patriarch of the Sword and Cloud sect. So, Master Shenhua and his brother were not supposed to be born as conjoined twins.
Yep.
The patriarch did something to make it that way because he wanted to create, bugs in a jar, venomous bugs in a jar for one to devour the other to gain the most potential.
Yep.
Because the grandfather wanted to devour them.
I think not devour.
Or possess them.
Possess them, because it seems like he's coming to the end of his lifespan.
I don't know if it's his lifespan. I thought it was more like he's hit his limit and he wants a new body.
I thought the reason was for lifespan to extend it. It could be both, yeah. And then, so he wanted... And basically the life lamp that was given to Master Shenhua...
It's like refine him slowly.
Yeah. Not refine. What I thought of it is that the grandfather gave it to him and imprinted his divine will in it so that at any point he could, instantly, take him over. Oh. That's what I thought it was. Okay. Yeah. And so Master Shenhua was basically or Master Shenhua's grandfather, the patriarch of the Soaring Cloud sect, was gonna just raise him up to be the ultimate person, and then at the end be like, thanks for the body.
Yeah. So that's why it was that's why Master Shenhua's father was like, fuck that. Yeah. And fuck you. And we're gone.
Kind of understandable to be honest.
No, it is 100%.
That's messed up.
It is, and I was just like, damn, y'all, you did your family dirty.
Everybody has a story, right?
Yeah, and his story was bad.
It was real bad.
Yep, but he couldn't even lash out.
Yep.
Zuan,
the second time, bro.
I hear Zoo, and I just get his thing. Yeah. I should be saying Zhu.
We should be. King. We're being real lazy here.
Yeah, we are. He basically beats him up so badly, he just punches him in the chest
repeatedly
until he has no lower half of his body. He just has a head.
Yep. You know how hard he must have been
getting. Yeah.
Oh my God, it's gruesome.
And then he dies, with that defiant look on his face. Yeah. And then
opens his mouth.
No tongue.
Yeah, that's when I realized that was all an inner monologue. Until then, I thought he was screaming that all out until he opened his mouth and he was like, no tongue. And Zhu King was like, oh, that's why he wasn't saying anything. That's not like him. I thought he'd be cursing me and everything. Mm-hmm. And we find out right when Master Shenhua's about to die, he's cursing Zhu King. Everything should have been mine. Everything you had, we were the same, except you had a choice. I didn't, blah, blah, blah.
Well, he had a good master.
Yeah, he had a good master. He, all this and that. But if I give up all of myself to the God, it's all about cultivating godliness. I will become a god! And he becomes a god.
Oh,
Fake god.
Yeah, so we find out right after he kills Master Shenhua, some giant being comes out of the ground. I think it was out of the ground.
Yep.
Yep. And he radiates godliness off of him, and he's pieced together. But think of it like a Frankenstein. Or Chimera.
Chimera, sorry.
Yeah, Chimera would be good. Yeah. And we find out, we see everything, he just looks hideous. We see his bright red tongue, the tongue of Master Shenhua, which was supposed to be used as the intelligence, but it was used like that, but it didn't really work because the godliness ratio just wasn't
enough.
Yeah,
it was something.
It's just an experiment, but basically they're trying to create gods, and obviously it failed. So because it had no intelligence, it got destroyed by the godliness. And so this thing, but it's crazy strong.
Oh yeah,
it's destroying everything, and then it starts to get suppressed by because of the taboo treasure or something else.
No, it got suppressed by. I think it was the taboo treasure. Yes. So they actually, Master 7 set it up so that Master Seventh was there, and he set it up with the taboo treasure because he wanted, he thought something would happen, and he wanted to capture whatever happened, and they were able to capture the godly experiment because of the taboo treasure. You're right.
Yeah.
And all the other 3 locations weren't able to capture.
Yeah, because it was trying to
explode.
It was trying to self-destruct.
Self-destruct, yeah.
But right before it self-destructed, he pulled off this crazy move.
Yeah.
Where it pretty much froze everyone, and then it tried to dive into their futures and force a future where they died to mutagen.
That was really cool.
Zoo King was like, reverse Uno card. I'm not gonna die to mutagen. I'm gonna die to a taboo pill instead.
Yeah.
And so they're like fighting back. I was like, damn, that was
smart.
500 IQ.
Yeah. Master 7 did the same thing.
Yeah, and I was like, that is a crazy power that they use though. He's literally just able to just summon a future world. You're gonna die of mutagen. But they capture the thing, and then the Prince of Violet and Scion, Crown Prince, was like, let him have it.
Yeah, Naito lets him know, hey, out of our... We actually had 5 spots. Only 4 were taken over.
Yeah, and I'm assuming the 5th spot is his father. Because we never saw his father after.
Oh, I didn't even think of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
and then, obviously, Night Dev was kind of scared because he was like, that wasn't supposed to happen.
Yeah.
The Crown Prince of Violence, I was like, just let him have it. Fine.
And we do find out that out of everybody, Master 7 was the only one who was able to capture the godly experiment, and the Crown Prince was like, that's interesting. That's
stronger than I imagined.
Stronger than I imagined. And they're, obviously, Master 7 is doing experiments on it.
Yeah. Well, actually, the author kind of did say, he was like, this is a new era where countless chosen are going to arrive. And he said Master 7 is one of those chosen.
Yeah, it's not just one wave, it's been multiple waves.
Dual MC novel, I guess.
So that's when I especially know. It's like Master 7's hitting Void return.
100%, he has to.
Oh, also during the Ghost Emperor Mountain arc, we found out about the level of cultivation above Void returning. Smoldering God.
Was there not one before that? No. Okay.
So it goes. Key condensation, foundation establishment, core formation, nascent soul,
golden core.
That's from another one. Yeah. Golden core, nascent soul, spirit trove, which we find out spirit trove has 5 spirit troves, which is what you have to do. We found out void returning has 4 stages to it, and then we found out about smoldering God, and we find out about this because we actually forgot to mention it. When they were talking about the Ghost Emperor Mountain, the Ghost Emperor is like an actual emperor. He was a person, and he died with 2 planets like on his shoulders. And so the planets signify a world, and that's a stage in the Smoldering God.
Yeah.
So he was a 2 god.
Rank 2 Smoldering God.
Yeah, rank 2 Smoldering God, which is pretty cool. And so I think he's definitely hitting Void returning. And also, Smoldering God, such a cool name.
Yeah. Such
a cool name. But then it also makes you think, like, the next one must be, like an actual god.
It must be crazy, because even, like, during all the Dark Emperors and stuff, or Ancient Emperors or whatever, like, they couldn't stop the Broken God.
Yeah.
The mutagen was too strong.
And did they say about Ancient Emperor Dark Serenity, was he a 4-stage?
I'm not sure.
No?
I don't remember if they stated it specifically or not.
That's true. They didn't say it specifically. But they did.
Assuming he was smoldering.
He might have been smoldering.
I think he was.
But we're not sure about that 100%.
I'm pretty sure he was smoldering. The way they hyped that guy up, if he's not smoldering.
Well, I know he was higher than Void Returning. But I don't know if he's higher than smoldering.
Oh, I don't know if he's higher than smoldering. I'm assuming he was at least smoldering.
Oh, I agree with you. 100%. But so we find out about that, and that's actually important because after this little arc, Captain goes to Zoo King and he's like, "Hey, you want to go on a mission? Let's not go back to the sects. Let's do something a little crazy."
Well, he's saying, "Let's go. Let's run away." Oh no, never mind.
Well, actually, what happened after that whole? No, actually, they did go back to the sects.
Actually, no. But they did go back because they were repairing the sect.
Yeah.
But then the captain's like, we need to leave now.
Oh yes.
So because he took a bite out of the snake tooth.
No, I think he cut off the snake tooth.
Oh, he cut it off. He cut off the snake tooth that's been impaled by the
ancient Emperor Dark Serenity.
Yeah.
That's living in
and
ghost
he wasn't
form.
supposed to do that. So they ran away because they wanted to go to the three Tao suppressing mountain.
Yeah, the 3 Tao suppressing mountain.
3 spirit Tao suppressing mountain.
3 spirit, yep. And so the captain is like, we gotta go right now, and you gotta have Zukin, you gotta come with me. He's like, why? I don't want to go. He's like, I have a crazy proposition for you, and he's like, sorry, man.
Yeah.
And basically, Captain, if you guys remember, the snake is in ancient, or it's in the Dark Serenity sect, and the matriarch is Plum Dark. Is that her name?
Archduke Plum Blossom.
Plum Blossom?
Yeah.
I thought it was Plum Dark.
Is it Plum Dark? I thought it could be Plum Dark. I thought it was Plum Blossom.
I feel like it's Plum Dark.
It might be Plum Dark.
Keep going.
I might be thinking Plum Blossom because I read like a Mount Hua thing and I just think Plum Blossom.
Let me see. Keep it going.
But basically, Captain's like, we gotta go. We can get good loot. And Yang, you're coming with us because you understand woman.
Yeah.
And Zukin's like, after all the nagging, he's like, fine, we'll go.
Yeah.
They leave. He gets a message from Master 7th.
Plum Dark.
Plum Dark, okay. And he's like, you know what? Don't let him come back here because Archduke was like, we're gonna have to break his legs for what he did.
They don't want to do more than that.
Yeah, that was his thing. That was pretty funny.
And so we go on a mission with Captain, Zuking, and Yan Yan. And what did it start? Because I obviously know where they go, but I feel like they made a couple piss offs along the way.
Oh, well, they went to like the 100 nations. The 137 mortal nations. Because it represents the...
So they did something before that?
No.
Is it after?
Yeah.
It's after. Yes.
Because that's at the end.
Yeah. So
at the end of the 50 chapter.
Yeah, so they get there to the 3 Tao spirits.
3 spirit Tao suppressing.
3 spirit Tao suppressing mind.
And these are like the 3 spirits of like the Ghost Emperor.
Yeah.
So like they never, as long as the Ghost Emperor, or not the Ghost Emperor, is it the Ghost Emperor?
So the Ghost Emperor has 10 different forms. 3 spirit, 7 earthly.
And then the 1 means something, I don't remember.
I don't remember, but there's 10. So there's the 3 spirits that are all at Void Returning level. 2 are at the first stage, with 1 being stronger than the other. And then there's a 3rd who is at the 2nd stage of Void Returning. And then there's 7 spirit bodies. No, 7 earthly bodies, which I don't really know where those are. We don't know anything about them. But we do know that basically the Swordsages court was thinking that, like, hey, the
Ghost Emperor is about to awake.
Yeah, he's gonna awaken.
His soul is about to awake, so we need to suppress one of them.
Yeah, so if they took one of the spirit bodies and suppressed it, it'd be fine.
Yeah.
And so somehow the captain heard wind of this.
Yeah, he found out. So he's like, while they're fighting, we're looting.
Yeah.
So they get there.
You want to talk about the mission? What was the mission?
The mission? Steal your clothes.
Yeah.
Steal August Nether Sprite.
Yeah.
That is her name.
Yeah.
Of one of the spirits.
Yep.
We're gonna steal her clothes because she has. It's made out of crazy like treasures.
Yep.
So they get there. They see like all how horrifying. It's a literal nightmare.
Bro, you gotta describe it. It was so bad. It was mountains.
Bro, let's just say
corpses.
Human cattle. Like they literally like.
I feel like it was worse.
I mean, because they were in cages.
Yeah.
Being eaten by August Nether Sprite. She would pull them up. She would just summon them in the air and eat them.
Yep.
And like they're literally being reared like cat. Like just think of a slaughterhouse.
Yeah.
And instead of cows, think of people.
And so while that was happening in the 3 mountains, across this whole like land that the 3 Tao spirits control, they're like the sect, I guess you can call it, the 3 Tao spirit sect. All the disciples did the same thing. Like everybody in that whole like area, I don't remember if they call it a prefecture or I know it's not a county, but I think it's a prefecture.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna call it a prefecture. Everybody in that prefecture does that, and there's basically mountains and mountains of just corpses. They're not even like. It's like bones.
Yeah.
Because they eat the corpse. Mm-hmm. That's crazy, bro. And they said there was so many that like there used to be 137 nations. Now there's like 106 or something. And that's why sometimes they expand their land because they need more nations because they need more cattle. That's crazy, bro. It was gruesome.
Yep. So they get there and they're just chilling on a mountain for like a month, waiting for the Swordsages court to come. Swordsages court comes. They start attacking.
Wrecking.
And they come. They make like a grand entrance.
They do.
And the second Void returning out, there's like, he's like, it's time to meet your maker, bitch. And she was like, you can't get. She's like, do you really want to fight with us? And he's like, man, at our peak, you wouldn't dare to say a damn thing. Yeah. It's only because humanity's declining that you're even making a threat. But we'll show you that humanity, we still got it.
Yep.
And they're showing them.
Yep.
It was honestly.
It was impressive.
It was pretty cool.
I love that the Swordsage court has been hyped up. Like it's been kind of secretive, but here's where they finally start getting hyped up. And they like lived up to the hype.
Yeah, they did.
And they came in and they wrecked shop. Like those Dow spirits.
Especially when every time they're just wearing giant swords on their back. Yeah. And they start just smashing them down. I was like, that's pretty sick.
It was fucking awesome.
And basically, while they're fighting, obviously the captain, Zhu King and Yana go up. They get to Augustina the Sprite's cave, start stealing all her treasures. Yeah. They find her closet. Go in a woman's closet, bro. You know what? They went in her closet. Oh man, they did something.
They robbed it all.
They didn't rob it. They tore her shit up.
Yeah. That's where this is where the tooth came in, because the captain was like, I can't. The clothing couldn't fit in a bag of holding, so he had to rip it up to then fit it in his bag of holding. Yeah. And so they destroyed her whole wardrobe.
Yeah, because they ripped all the treasures off.
Oh, they also took like everything in her house.
Yeah, they robbed her.
Like besides
her furniture, her clothes, her treasures.
Besides the spirit tiles, they robbed everything else, like paintings, cups, glasses.
They took everything.
If you had a dishwasher, they took that too. They took it all. It was so bad.
Yep, and then they dip, and then we found out another person comes through.
She's actually pretty important.
Yep. Oh yeah, because they reveal her identity right after it.
Yeah. She is part of the Church of Departure.
Yep. Because she had the same plan, but obviously got robbed first. And then she runs down the mountain. So everyone's running down the mountain. And then all of a sudden, boom! One of the clones of Augustina the Sprite is sprawled out on the ground.
So there's 3 Dow spirits, but Nether Sprite herself has 2 clones of herself.
Yeah, she made clones out of a spirit plant.
Yeah. And so one of the clones gets wrecked on the floor, basically out for the count. And it's real close to the captain and Zhu King and Yan Yan. And they're like, do we go for it? And obviously,
they're like,
crazy.
Yes. Yeah. The energy, the immortal energy coming off the clone was too much.
Yeah.
So they rush over. The Church Departure girl rushes over. They bull rush through the pressure. Captain uses some treasures. They get there. They arrive to the nose. Yeah. Because apparently that's where most of the energy is centered. Because when she was eating people, her nose would become fairest the most. Yeah. And so they sucked the energy out that bitch. All 3 of them.
They sucked the soul out of her.
Yeah.
Literally.
It was. And then after.
Oh wait, no. Actually, when Biggest Gamer is saying the 3 of them, it's not Yan Yan.
Oh yeah, Yan Yan stayed behind.
She couldn't under the pressure because actually she's in the Foundation Establishment level.
She's kind of weak still.
But there was the captain, Zhu King, and the girl from the Church of Departure. Yeah. Who we find out is like one of their chosen. She has this really cool blood sickle, like she basically looks like Grim Reaper, but in red. And
that's how I thought of it.
Yeah. And is this where they reveal her identity?
They reveal it after it all is over.
Oh, okay.
So they suck the nose.
Yeah.
And then after they finish, then apparently we see there's a golden liquid that is like
her Dow blood. Her Dow blood.
Her Dow blood. Zhu King's like,
mine.
That's mine. They all start fighting for it. He fights the Golden Church Girl. Mm-hmm. They fight back and forth. And then...
Golden Church Girl actually pulls out a crazy ability.
Throwing her sickle.
Yeah.
It's like his ability. Or actually, it's not like his ability because it's only illusory. Mm-hmm. But Zoo King's like, I got illusory abilities too, bitch. Fights back, grabs it. Mm-hmm. She's unable to pull out his hands because he's super strong.
Well, actually, I feel like, I don't know how you read it, but it seemed to me like he was losing in that exchange.
He was until...
But it wasn't him that was able to help him.
Yeah, Captain was giving him hints.
Nah, I thought it was... The Captain gave him hints and Zoo King still got. And the reason he got saved is because the Swordsages Corps and the August Nether Sprite realized they were fighting, and the pressure from that caused Zoo King to get away from her ability.
So that's what happened after he caught it.
Yeah.
Well, so he was kind of losing. He caught it.
And he was going to lose. He was going to get got by the girl. That's how it seemed like to me.
What? No. It was tied at that point when he grabbed it. And then she unleashed that secret ability.
Yeah.
And then they were going to lose because she was about to go crazy on him.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, he was about to get got.
Oh, yeah. At the end. But I'm saying, like, before he grabbed it.
So he grabs the Dire Blood. He's going away.
Yeah, and then they fight. And then they find out the sickle comes illusory. He has an illusory hand, so he's able to grab the sickle. And then she's like, I can't lose the sickle because that's how, like, she works so hard. The sickle's like the embodiment of her hard work to be able to go out and, like, be on her own. Yeah. So she uses her secret move that's like a
secret technique.
Like barely anyone in the church department can do. Only like their geniuses can use it. You know, it's like a schizophrenic technique. That's how I looked at it because they had another personality. Then right before they're about to fight, August, the sprite, sees it. What's happening? Yeah. She jumps down to try to kill them. They all run, and I thought it was a sick scene personally because she sent two hands, one hand to Captain Zoo King, the other to the girl. Yeah. And in that moment, I just kind of thought like the Akatsuki when they attacked Jiraiya, but with the Swordsages, and they came down like, bitch, stop that.
Swordsages had an epic moment.
Yeah, they were like, nah, you're not doing that.
And I love that because they didn't seem like, because sometimes they'll be like, oh, like they got away, they did that. No, Swordsages was like, you're fighting us. Yeah. You look away, you're gonna die. And right after that, she got captured. Yep.
She did. She got captured immediately right after.
They're like, you look away from us, that's instant loss. Yeah. And so that was awesome. And Zoo King got the Dire Blood and they escaped. And this is where, so Zoo King, we actually missed a thing. Before all this, when they were fighting Master Shang Huan in the Young Arbiter sect, which is like the ruins of the Young Arbiter sect, Zoo King absorbed him for the final time, and he got Imperial class technique to level 2.
Yeah, so the Golden Crow Myriad Assimilation technique is now level 2.
And it counts, it increases his fighting prowess by Heavenly Palace. So during this whole thing, he's technically a 3. He can fight at 3 Heavenly Palace strength.
Yeah, and that girl could too. So
she could too.
Really strong.
And so right after this whole thing happens, they leave. The captain is like, we got another thing we can do. And Zoo King's like, what are you trying to do? And he's like, I think I'm gonna go to the Swordsage court and try to see if we can become Swordsages. And Zoo King's like, alright, I'm with it, but I need to go into seclusion first. Yeah. And Zoo King goes into seclusion, and we finally, that taboo pill that he got from the Wonder Box is coming into play.
Yep. He finally uses it as a golden core for his 3rd Heavenly Palace. Yep. And yeah, pretty much he was on the brink of death a lot. He used he basically used all his trump cards to survive it.
What he used? First, he used his Violet Crystal. Got him to like 60% or something. Yeah. And then what got him to 70%?
I don't know.
Like just the pills?
He used a bunch of pills, and then there was something else.
70%. Then he used another burst of vitality from somewhere.
Was it I remember him saying like a flame or something.
A flame?
No, it might not have been a flame. Because he had 4 backups. Because I remember it was Violet Crystal, medicine pills, and there's something else.
The door.
Oh.
So remember the door that Master String Wong uses on him, guys?
It's the mirror, not the door.
Oh, the mirror. He can use it on himself to lock his vitality at a certain level, so to allow the Violet Crystal to heal him, while he continued with the process of integrating the
poison core. That's a combined to use it because.
So that's 3. What's the 4th one?
I have no idea. I don't remember.
I can't remember either.
It was like a clutch too.
It was pretty big, and I can't remember for the life of me. I can't believe I can't remember.
Me either. There's something in his.
It's the Doublet?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Doublet.
Yeah, the Doublet that he just got.
Yeah, he used it at the last moment.
And it got him to like 95%. And then we get a hidden little secret when Zoo King might have failed here. He was like probably like 95, 98%. And he was going through it. It was like brink of death. He gets a random bit of energy from his like wrist, and it helps him complete it. He hits 100%. He gets his 3rd Heavenly Palace complete. Boom. Now he has 4 Heavenly Palace power. But he's like, where did that power from my wrist came? And the reader, us, we find out it came from the Anaconda from Seven Blood Eyes. Yeah, the
Innkeeper's Anaconda.
Yeah. And so she must be crazy OP. We just found out she just hit. Well, she's at least Foundation Establishment. Did she just hit Core Formation there?
I think she was advancing.
To Core Formation?
Well, yeah, it was the worst timing.
Yeah, so she advanced to Core Formation. And then she was going to like her ancestral land or something.
Yeah.
So she has some important piece to play. And we also hear in that scenario that the Innkeeper's like, why do you even love him so much? You met him like twice. And she was like, I don't know, there's just something about him. And my money is on the Violet Crystal.
Could be.
What do you think?
That's a good reason.
I was trying to think of it. I was like, what does he have that like could like attract her?
It probably is the Violet Crystal.
I think it must be the Violet Crystal. Because as of now, nobody has been able to like sense it at all. But I'm assuming she has a super crazy ancient bloodline.
Yeah.
Which is why she's so like OP. Or not, she herself isn't OP, but like her family and like her blood. Her power that Zoo King got was so strong. I feel like she was able to sense it somehow.
So yeah, after that he advances. He's
ravenous first.
Oh yeah, he's hungry, so they had to.
Forbidden by the sword.
Yeah, and then he goes and he starts. Oh, I forget actually what happened.
So this is actually this is kind of a big thing. They go to the nearest forbidden region, which is forbidden by the sword. And it used to be called Spirit Sound, which used to be
I remember now.
A forbidden region, but it got suppressed by the revered ancient mainland, and now their emperor has been sealed, just like the Sea Zombie Emperor has been sealed. This guy's been sealed too, whoever he is.
Yeah, they call it forbidden by the sword, but Captain likes to call it imprisoned by the sword.
Imprisoned by the sword.
They're not allowed to leave there.
Yeah, and so the captain goes there, and Zoo King goes in there, and he's trying to. So basically, he needs to absorb mutagen for this taboo pill. We find out this taboo pill allows him to become a godly cultivator. Is that what it is called?
Yeah, because he can spread mutagen.
Yeah. Now he can spread mutagen just like the god.
Yeah. So that's what the poison pill. They were trying to make a mutagen poison pill.
Yeah.
Just crazy.
And this is very, very insane, guys. Like this power right here, it's huge. Mm-hmm. Like, it cannot be understated that, like, he is, like, trying... Like, I think basically what Torchlight is trying to do, he's accomplishing. Yeah.
And, actually, the author pointed this out in his own novel. He said, because when they unleashed the Broken God power, and no one could control their mutagen, and people were getting... going crazy.
Yeah.
He specifically stated, just because Zoo King's experience... makes mutagen not seem like a big deal, but for everyone, it's terrifying.
Yeah, he did call it out. Yeah,
he was like, "It's terrifying."
Because we read this novel and we're like, we sometimes I think at the beginning mutagen was a big deal, but now we don't really see it as much.
And then he did that to be like, mutagen's still a big deal, bro. Like most people, like the second it starts spreading, it terrifies them.
And I feel like the author's been trying to show that with like the mortals, like dying from rot and stuff.
Yeah,
he's been like doing that, but he's like. I think it's kind of like not seen as much with the cultivators, But like he let us know like this still happens.
Yeah.
You know.
So it's pretty scary.
It's pretty scary, and so we Zoo King was able to absorb a bunch of the creatures in there to fill out his taboo pill, and they found out basically the pill was kind of losing its effectiveness, its poison, but when it went inside his golden core,
he could now refine it.
He refined it.
Or he can bring it back to its peak.
Yeah, and he brought it back to its peak, and he can use it. And when he was actually killing the creatures, I thought it was really cool. Because in this Forbidden Region were those jellyfish type monsters that he met at his OG Forbidden Region, like chapter 15, that were like in Foundation Establishment. He was like, oh, they're strong. We have to run away. I can't get in the depths. Mm-hmm. Now he was feasting on like hundreds of them.
Yeah.
I thought that was cool. And that happens, and he fully is 3 Heavenly Palace. He can fight with 4 Heavenly Palace, and then we get the power-ups of his Shadow and the Patriarch.
Yep, so the Shadow's now Gold Core.
Official.
The Patriarch's like 70% Gold Core. He's like almost there.
Yeah, he's like...
The Skewer is not strong enough as
to support him.
Yeah, to become Gold Core, so you have to upgrade it.
Because remember, guys, the Golden Patriarch is like a spirit autonomous. Think of him, I just think of him as an item spirit.
Yeah.
So, like, if his item is not strong enough,
he
can't advance. But he's like 70% there, and he seems that he can start controlling Heavenly Tribulation now.
Yeah.
Which is pretty OP. And the Shadow gets a cool ability when he becomes Gold Core.
He can merge with Zoo King.
Yeah, he can. Well, I think he like covers Zoo King in like kind of like a black armor. It's not really an armor, but like. He just like I think merges his whim as a better.
Yeah, because he gets like that black eye. At the
top. The black eye at the top.
Yeah. So he can't use any magical abilities. But
Nothing.
But his strength is like 5 palace physically.
Yeah. So we finally get Zoo King's list of secrets. One is his fleshy body can become 5 palaces if he
merges.
He merges 2. What was 2? Was it his bugs?
His bugs. I don't know. I don't remember how they said in order, but it's like Shadow, Violet Crystal, his bugs, Patriot Varha, his poison thing.
Cause it was 4. It was only 4.
Well, then maybe it's not Patriot Varha. Maybe it's poison. Because the poison core cannot be revealed.
It was the Shadow for the 5th for him to have 5 Heavenly Palace strength. I know the last one was his Violet Crystal. That's the one he keeps closest to the heart. The 3rd one. So I'm gonna do it in reverse order. The biggest secret he has is the Violet Crystal. After that is the God power that he can use, like the spreading mutagen.
Yeah.
The 3rd one, I don't know, and then the 1st one is his Shadow.
Yeah.
That he can use his Shadow to get 5 Heavenly Palace strength, and he's pretty strong. I don't remember what that 2nd one is.
Yeah, I think it might be the bugs.
It might be the bugs, but I feel like there's something else that we're missing.
I don't think so. There's nothing else.
I think you might be right. It might be the bugs. And we also find out the bugs are like inside of his golden core, and basically like they're getting stronger inside the golden core. And with that, what was that? Oh, also when they're escaping, or when they're leaving the Forbidden Region, the captain is getting chased by like a bunch of golden core like cyclopses.
Yeah.
And he's like, Zoo King's like, bro, we've only been here for like an hour. What are you doing? He was like, I found a cool fruit and I wanted to bite. Like these guys were just staring at it. I thought I'd help them out, you know, take it because they were like just staring, doing nothing. They needed to be productive again.
Yeah.
So they escaped the region, and Yamyan's like, "You've been there for an hour." Because the Emperor almost unsealed himself in fury because I think the captain took a bite of his head. Oh no, of his sword.
Yeah.
That was on top of the Emperor. The captain's something else, bro.
Yeah, I love the captain.
And we got a little tidbit. The captain finds a fruit that like increases your soul power, and they both ate enough to like increase your soul power to the max.
Yeah, because he didn't take the fruit took the whole damn tree.
He took the whole damn tree. And then we head over to the Swordsage Court, and we get to the Nether Spirit Pillar.
Yeah, it's like supreme beginning Nether Spirit
pillar.
Pillar.
And it is basically the weapon of the Ghost Emperor. It's his spear that he into the ground. And we find out that the Swordsage court is at the top of the spear.
Yep.
And that's where we're heading. And we find out that we head there, and we find out about the Tao Child of the Arbiter, the Supreme Arbiter sect, which is like the leader of humanity in this not county.
An Emperor Ancient.
An Emperor Ancient Prefecture.
Or Reverend Ancient.
I think Emperor Receiving.
Oh, Emperor Receiving. That's
the Emperor Receiving Prefecture. The Supreme Arbiter sect is like the peak of humanity in this area. And we find out about their Tao Child. Take it away, bro.
There's nothing really about it.
What?
He just has a life lamp.
That's huge!
We're about to smack him.
He's only the second person to have a life lamp that we've met.
Oh yeah, that's true.
You're telling me it's not big?
I don't know. We have 2 life lamps.
Okay, but that's a possible third.
I know, but
you can't just downplay a life lamp, bro. We've literally only met 2 other people with life lamps.
We're about to get his life lamp.
I reject your notion of not giving respect to a life lamp.
I'm not giving it respect.
You gotta give the life lamp respect.
Okay, I'll give the life. Oh, the life lamp obviously.
But you just said there's nothing special about this man. Well, he has a life lamp.
Outside of his life lamp, he's not gonna be doing nothing.
Okay, but you gotta give respect to the life lamp.
Okay,
you can't just say he's a nobody. His
life lamp is pretty cool too.
So he's like super strong, never been defeated. We actually find out that I think he used to smack Master Shang Huan around. Like Master Shang Huan was like number 2 in the region. This guy was able to beat him even when they were both life lamped up. Also, that was surprising to me because was it just me or do you remember that I thought all of the 8 sects, well, all of the 7 sects, not 7 Blood Eyes, had a life lamp? Was that just me? I feel like they said that before.
I don't know if they said that.
I remember they all said they had 1. I remember that.
Didn't they?
I don't think they might not all be in their disciples. Like some of them might be in like their patriarchs.
Oh, they might have, maybe they said
But
that.
I'm pretty sure they all have 1. And so I'm thinking maybe all the other ones are in like the patriarchs' hands and the matriarchs. But
yeah, probably. Yeah. There wasn't anything else after that though.
Well, we do find out when we get there to this area, we find out it's a humans
only. No one else besides humans are allowed.
Humans haven. Because we find out the Swordsage core is like a pillar of humanity.
Yeah.
They protect humanity. Pretty dope.
Oh, and the last thing is that girl from the Church of Departure is what's her face?
She is the girl from the old. She's not
the scavenger camp.
She's not exactly her though.
What do you mean?
So it seems like there's like she has like a dual personality type thing.
But I think that's due to the weapon.
Due to the weapon, but she also has like a different appearance. Cause one, she doesn't know this Zhu King, cause she used to like Zhu King, and so
no, but he was always covered in grime. Remember?
It can't be that crazy, bro.
It was that crazy. That's how they described the guy as dirty AF, like he was like a freaking hobo.
Okay, but then why couldn't he recognize her?
Wasn't she the same way?
It can't be because they're dirty, bro. I'm not accepting that as a reason why they don't identify each other.
They haven't seen each other in how long?
Like 3 years.
It has not been 3 years.
You know how long do you think it's been? 10 years?
I thought it was like 5 or something.
No way, bro. Since Zhu King has started his journey.
I mean, it could be a story. But hold on. In 3 years, a lot has happened.
For sure.
He was dirty AF. Also, he is clean now.
That's true.
Literally wearing like.
He looks like an Imperial son, yeah.
Exactly. And she was also wearing a mask.
Oh, I didn't even realize that. She was wearing a mask?
Yeah.
Oh, never mind then. I think that like gloss. I didn't even see that.
You must have glossed because she was wearing a mask.
I didn't even realize.
I don't remember if it was a half mask, but I think it was a full
mask. Okay. I didn't realize that. That's why I was like, there's no way this dirty talk is the reason. But I'm telling you, as soon as she takes off that mask, it's gonna be like.
Yeah, I just remembered that.
Like maybe she didn't identify him, but I feel like he will.
Yeah, I think it's hard to identify him.
Yeah. I'm not taking your dirty reasoning, bro.
Not enough for him, maybe not for her, but for him.
Okay, then
he was covered in grime.
He was covered in grime. So where we get to the Swordsages court. By the way, the reason we're here, guys, is the Swordsages
are holding the thing. They're holding a
examination.
Yeah, become a Swordsage.
And usually it happens once every 5 or 10 years. I think 5 years. Yeah. And it's all humans. Under at 25. Or under 26, or is it under 26?
That might be on.
Everybody under 26 or 25 and under?
Yeah.
So it's everybody under 26, doesn't matter your cultivation level. As long as you're 25 and younger and a human, you can attempt the Swordsage court examination.
Yeah.
Good luck. And that's where we left off. Mm-hmm. That was fire.
It was fire.
It was so good. Some of the things, let's see. One thing that I thought was really cool is Sir 7th, or Master 7th, getting the godly powers and everything. Mm-hmm. Well, he hasn't got godly powers, but he's experimenting on the godly entity. I think he's going to get something cool out of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. For sure, Zoo King is becoming a Sword Sage. Like, come on.
Oh, yeah.
Like, we know it.
Well, that's just some crazy power-ups.
Yeah. And what else?
What I'm excited for?
What?
Sword arts.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
You're gonna have some crazy sword. Maybe this might be like Desolate Era.
Maybe.
Get like a nice little.
I don't want him to go that hard into swords, to be honest.
Why not? Well, actually, he does have his own fighting style. Yeah. I like the. He doesn't have to go that hard in swords.
Yeah.
Or maybe he can, but if the sword breaks, he's like, "You think I'm just good at swords?"
Yeah.
And then he goes crazy.
I want him to be good at swords, but he doesn't have to go as hard as G-Name from Desolate Era.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No.
Alright. But yeah, I can't wait for these next 50 chapters, guys. We're hitting it again. Next 50 chapters.
100%.
350 to 400. We'll see you there.
No one can stop us.
Yeah. This has been episode 40 of Light Novel Feed.
Peace, Gamer.
Peace.